Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and I wish you all a very happy new year. And let's start this year coding journey with some motivation first. So as we step into 2025, let's embrace the power of consistency. Okay, so this is very important keyword, consistency and curiosity. Solving one question a day on LeetCode isn't just about improving coding skills, it's about building a habit of perseverance and progress. Small daily improvements lead to stunning long-term results. Okay, let's make this year a journey of learning one problem at a time. Okay, so now let's move to the day one problem of this month. Problem number 1422, maximum score after splitting a string. Okay, so it's very easy problem. We have given string s of zeros and ones. We have to return the maximum score after splitting the string into two non-empty substrings. Okay, both the substrings are going to be non-empty only, right? Left substring and right substring. The score after splitting a string is the number of zeros in the left, okay, number of zeros in the left substring plus the number of ones in the right substring. Okay, so this is what we need to find: zeros in left and ones in right. All right, so see example number one. Okay, so here if I split strings like this, okay, so this is given now that we have to find two non-empty substrings only. Okay, so we have to split them like this only, so that there should be one element in the left side. So here if I split it like this, so number of zeros in the left 1 and number of ones in the right 4. 1 plus 4 5. Okay, if I split my strings like this, so number of zeros in left then 1 and number of ones in right 3. Okay, so 4. If I split strings like this, so here number of zeros is just 1 and number of ones is 2, so 1 plus 2 3. Okay, if I split strings like this, number of zeros in the left is just a single 0 and single 1. Okay, and if I split strings like this, number of zeros in the left is 2 and number of ones in the right is 1. 2 plus 1 3. Okay, so here our output is going to be 5. Okay, so 5 is maximum here, right? So this is what we need to return. The score after splitting a string is the number of zeros in the left substring plus the number of ones in the right substring. Okay, and this should be the maximum score. Okay, so now let's see as first approach one. Okay, brute force, very simple approach. Okay, so in this approach what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start from index I is equal to 1. Okay, so from here I'm going to start. Okay, and before this I will just count the number of zeros. Okay, before this I will just count the number of zeros, and after this and from this I onwards I will count the number of ones. Okay, so here there is one loop, I'm just counting the number of ones, number of zeros here and number of ones here, and then just calculate the value. Okay, sum of them, a plus b. Okay, so here a plus b, and I'm just doing the math.max with sum. Okay, sum is equal to math.max of sum, previous sum, or a plus b. Okay, whatever the best sum is there, I will just add that value here in the sum. Okay, update the best sum. So simple approach. First my I will be this one, then after that my I will be this one. Okay, and then I will calculate number of zeros until here and number of ones in the this part. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here, and again I will find the sum of a plus b, and if a plus b is greater than sum, I will update my sum as a plus b. Okay, so that's what we need to do, simple. Okay, but in this case my time complexity is going to be very large. Okay, so here first this while loop. Okay, so it is going to run for O of n times, right? And inside this this is going to run for O of I times. Okay, until I it is running, and it is going to run for O of n time. Okay, if it is very large, so you can say both are running O of n times. Okay, so both are running inside, right, these two. So this complete part O of n, and here while loop is also taking O of n, so overall time complexity is going to be O of n square. In this problem constant size is small, so you will be able to pass all the test cases with this approach as well. Okay, your solution will be submitted with this one as well. So if you want, you can just try to write this code and submit it. Okay, so this is nothing but approach 1. Okay, so now let's move to the approach 2. So here I'm just going to reduce the time complexity to just O of n. Okay, so here this is my input string. Okay, so first of all what I will do, I will just calculate the total sum of this So we have just zeros and ones in our string. Okay, so here sum will be 4. Okay, so this is going to be my first step. After calculating the sum, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create one variable count, and I'm going to create one variable answer. Then I'm going to run one loop. Okay, so it is going to start from here, I is equal to 0. Okay, and it is going to run until here, because we need we have to create two substrings, right? And in our substrings there should be at least one element. Okay, strings should not be empty. Okay, substrings should not be empty. All right. So here in this part, what I'm doing, okay, I'm running one loop. So here until here, okay, until here I'm checking if my character at this index is 0, so I'm going to increment the count. So count is initially 0, so my count becomes 1 here. Okay, my eyes at this position, my count becomes 1. And here character at this position is 1. No, it is not 1, so this will not be decremented. Okay, so my answer is going to be, answer initial value is 0. Okay, and here what is my sum initially is 4, and in this 4 I'm just going to add the count. 4 plus 1, 5. So my answer will be updated as 5. Okay, so see, until here, if you see, if I split until here, so in the left part we have just 1 0. Okay, and in the right part our sum is nothing but 4. Okay, number of ones is nothing but 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is what I am updating. Okay, so then after that my eye moves here. Okay, when my eye moves here, so I'm splitting like this part and this part. Okay, so in this part, okay, my current character is 1. So if it is 1, my sum will be decremented. So sum initially was 4, so now it is going to become 3. And my count, okay, count is just 1, still 1. Okay, because it is not 0. Okay, it is 1, right? So if it is 0, then it is incremented now. So previously my count was just 1, so it will remain as 1 only. So here answer is, previous answer is 5, and here sum plus count. Sum is nothing but 3, count is 1. 3 plus 1, 4. Okay, so 5 and 4, which is max? 5 is max, so my answer still remain 5. Okay, but here if you see, we are getting 4, right? So 0 1, number of zeros in left is 1, number of ones in the right is 3. 1 plus 3, 4. Okay, but still we have this answer, right? 5, because we have to store the best answer. So best answer we are getting at this particular index. Okay, when my I is at 0 index. Okay, so this is nothing but my approach to, and this is just going to take off in time velocity, and you will be able to submit the solution for this one. Okay, so just try to write the code for this one. Okay, simple approach. Okay, so this will work. All right, now let's move to the approach 3, one pass. Okay, so here when we are finding the solution, okay, so how we are calculating the score? So we are calculating the score like this. Okay, score is equal to number of zeros in the left plus number of ones in the right. Okay, this is how we are calculating the score. Okay, and here one more formula. Okay, how many total number of ones are there? Total number of ones is going to, I can write it like this: number of ones in the left plus number of ones in the right. Okay, I can write it like this: total number of ones. Score is equal to number of zeros in left plus number of ones in the right. Okay, so this is a formula, right? And here I can write total number of ones as number of ones in left plus number of ones in right. Okay, all right, so from here I can derive one thing. So number of ones in right, I can write it as total number of ones, okay, minus number of ones in left. Okay, all right, so this approach is nothing but one pass. Okay, so now here just update this number of ones in right value here in this part. Okay, so my score is going to be, number of zeros in left plus total number of ones minus number of ones in left. Okay, minus, we are just doing the minus with the number of ones in the left. Okay, so here I can write score like this: number of zeros in left minus number of ones in left, okay, plus total number of ones. Okay, total number of ones. Okay, and this is going to be constant. Okay, this will remain fixed. Okay, so for my answer to be best, okay, I want this to be maximum. Okay, this is always going to be remain same as, right? Number of ones, total number of ones is always going to be remain constant. Like in this part, total number of ones is 4. Right, so this is going to fix only. So if this value is best, okay, number of zeros in left minus number of ones in left. Okay, so if this value is best, okay, then definitely this value, total value, is going to be best only. Okay, if this value is max. So this is what we need to find. Okay, so now see this example 0 3 1 0 1 0 3 1 0 1. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so it is going to be very simple. So here I'm just going to start my indexing from here. Okay, my I from here. So this is nothing but 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, 5 index. Okay, and here initially number of ones. Okay, create one variable, number of ones as 0. Okay, number of zeros as 1. Okay, number of zeros as 1, and best answer. So I don't want my best to be negative. Okay, so here in the best I'm just going to store the integer dot mean value, right? Integer dot value initially. Okay, later on I will just update. Okay, integer dot mean value. All right, so here now I just need to consider the left part. Okay, so initially my I is at this position. Okay, so at this position a number of zeros in the left. Okay, so here this is what we need to find. So number of zeros will be incremented here. Okay, 0 is going to become 1, and ones, number of ones still 0. Okay, right here. Okay, so my best answer is, right now I'm just going to make sure that this part is going to be updated as max 1. So best is equal to 1 minus 0. Okay, 1 minus 0 is 1. Okay, then I move further. Okay, so now my I reaches here. My I reaches here. So now number of ones and zeros both are same. Difference is zeros minus ones. Zeros minus ones. Difference 0. Okay, but my best will still remain 1. Okay, so here I want max value. Okay, so now my I is going to move further. I move here. Okay, so number of ones is going to become 2. Okay, so zeros minus ones. So zeros minus 1, I'm getting some negative value. Okay, but I'm not going to update this. Okay, so now my I is going to move further forward. Okay, so my I reaches here. So and my number of ones will become 3 here, right? So 1 minus 3 negative value. Okay, I'm not going to update the best answer. Okay, it is still 1. And then my I is going to move forward. Okay, so in the best I will always keep the max value. Okay, so here number of zeros is 2. Okay, and number of ones is 3. 2 minus 3 minus 1. Okay, again negative value, so I'm not going to update it. Okay, so until here only I will execute. Okay, until here, because because my both substring should have at least one element. Okay, so I'm not going to move my I to this point. Okay, so here until this only I'm going to check. Okay, so now once this is done, so in the end my zeros is 2 and number of ones is 3. Okay, here, so now if I want to find the total number of ones, so I have to calculate this part as well. If I want to calculate the total number of ones, OT, right? So in the last index I will check if it is 1, then total number of ones I will just update to plus 1. Okay, so it is 3, so it is going to become 4. Okay, number of ones. So now in the end I have 2 zeros and number of ones as 4. Okay, so now what in the end what I will do, I will just add this number of ones. Okay, number of ones which is 4 with my best. Okay, so best is 1. 4 plus 1, 5 is going to be output. That's it. Okay, simple. So that's what we need to do. Okay, so this is nothing but my approach 3 one pass. Okay, so in which what we need to do, we have to just find out this zero, number of zeros in left and number of ones in the left. Okay, so in the left side, so this complete should not be my complete left side. Okay, because I need two substrings. Okay, and both substrings should not be empty. So until here I will just break it down. Okay, and until here I will check number of zeros and in the left and minus number of ones in left. Okay, so here I will just keep the best value. Okay, so in the best value I'm just going to add the total number of ones. Okay, so this is what I did, 4 plus 1. Okay, and I will get the best score. That's it. Okay, simple logic. So now let's write the code for this one. Our approach number 3, int ones is equal to 0, int zeros is equal to, okay, int best is equal to integer dot main underscore value. Okay, and then run one loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than s dot length. All right, and here just subtract 1 from it and increment I here. Okay, and here just check if s dot char at index I. Okay, if this value is equal to 1, then we have to increment the number of ones, otherwise we have to just increment the number of zeros. Okay, so here I'm just going to increment the zeros plus plus. All right, so once this is done, we calculate this, then we have to just update my best as math dot max of best, the value that I have, and here difference between zeros and ones. So here I'm just going to write zeros minus ones. All right, so once this is done, okay, so here to calculate the total number of ones, okay, so for that purpose only, here I'm just going to check if s dot char at the last index. Okay, so here s dot length, calculate the total length minus 1 from it, and here in this particular position just check if we have 1. So in that case we have to just increment the count of ones, right? And once this is done, in the end we have to simply return what our total number of ones that we have. Okay, and in this I'm just going to add the best answer that I have, right? That best is nothing but zeros minus ones difference that I'm calculating. Okay, so number of zeros should be 0 in the starting. Okay, so this needs to be changed. Okay, number of zeros should be 0 in the starting. Okay, so now let's run it and see if there any code issue. We'll try to fix that. So the test case has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and the time capacity for this one is going to be of n. And if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.